Hello there, my beautiful Taurus signs. It's Rachael with Dark Knight Coaching. Today's video is going to be a traditional Celtic cross spread. Before I get on camera, Taurus, I meditate with your energy. I do that usually through music. It kind of helps me get into like a Zen mode, into like a heightened gamma brainwave frequency where I can really connect to the ether, essentially, and to the quantum realm of your energy. So that's just science for you. But this reading is about 10 cards that I pull, and some extra clarifiers came out. It's a bit of a mixed message, so this message may not resonate with everyone, but if it does, please smash that like button. And just remember, energy is fluid. So if this doesn't feel like it's your message, it might just be for somebody in your energy that you're dealing with, or something you're going through. But right away, I pulled the Three of Pentacles. This is usually a card of community and working together. But in this instance, I don't feel like that's what's happening, Taurus, because you have it being crossed and challenged by the Tower. The Tower is a major shift in our lives where something breaks down. And when these two things are together, it just screams to me third party situation. So somebody's been cheating on you, you've been cheating on someone else, or maybe you have been made to be a third party unintentionally on your behalf, or unbeknownst to you. So I do feel like there's some immature energy, and it's definitely crumbling down, whoever this is, whatever the situation is. Now, I'm just going to be 100% honest, Taurus, because that's what I do. This feels to me like it's your energy, because I think you were trying to distract from your pain. You were trying to escape something, and it's not a good look. It's not a good vibe. It's not a high frequency. So if you've been trying to distract yourself with somebody else or with something else, and it doesn't have to be like cheating. It can be like, friendship that's maybe not so healthy, or something along those lines, or just like work gossip, petty drama, getting involved in those sorts of like egoic led things, which is coming from a fear space. Now, the foundation here you have is Two of Pentacles. It was like you were juggling. Maybe you're trying to be friends with more people than you should have been, or trying to play nice on both sides. But really all you end up with there is like this two-faced energy. And that is not good karma. That's never going to be good karma. You want to be aligned with your authentic self, your truest self. And sometimes that's just staying out of the petty gossip. It's staying out of these compromising situations that you might be putting yourself in on a subconscious level that's tied to some sort of childhood wound or childhood trauma. Maybe you've been craving attention or seeking out something that you weren't getting from a partner, from a friend, from a relationship, friendship, whatever it is. And you've been trying to almost like fill that void. But it's not been working in your favor very well. And I do feel like you're shifting though, because in the past energy, you have the Seven of Swords. This is like an escapist behavior card. So it's like you were trying to get away with instant gratification, but it kind of just brought along this Tower moment because it's what you needed to clear out this negative energy, this situation that's not great. In your present energy though, interestingly enough, you have the Sun card and the Three of Wands, which it feels kind of wild to me, Taurus, because it's like you're happy and fulfilled, waiting for something. Some sort of new opportunity you've been waiting for. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. It could be a work situation, like a promotion. Maybe you've been schmoozing and trying to like butter up the boss, or I don't know, something weird there. Or maybe like you finally decided the person you do want to be with, that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, and you've been just like balancing and juggling more than one person. But I do feel like you're going to make a decision, but it's also going to be like one that eliminates this sort of negative energy space of this third party vibe. So maybe you got that promotion, Taurus. Maybe you are leaving this like non-monogamous relationship setup. Something's different. Something's shifting, because in your near future, you have the Queen of Swords. This is a card of feeling like, it's like she feels like cool, cold, and calculating, but she's actually like has boundaries, like very, very firm boundaries, basically. So you're setting some things into place where you're not going to put yourself in those weird situations anymore, which is great. because you're healing and you're learning and you're growing. But I do feel like you are mentally probably exhausted at this point because you have the Nine of Swords in your subconscious. This is a card of like insomnia. You can't sleep at night. You know, it's requiring a lot of balance and harmony and wherewithal to just make these things be a little less traumatic or a little less towery. Like, I don't know how else to put this. It's like lightning struck and you had some sort of realization, and you realized that you were escaping into something that was not serving you. And I feel like with the Sun and the Three of Wands, it's like now you realize like it's quality over quantity, and that's what's important, and you're willing to wait for that. Now in your power and your control, you have the Ace of Wands. It's like this is a creative spark, a creative offer from spirit. Maybe you have a new idea of some sort that you're going to put into fruition. Wands are all about creativity and passion and those sorts of things. So maybe you're starting a new hobby. Maybe you're going to meet people out there doing whatever hobby this is that you choose, or maybe you're just throwing yourself into your music, your craft, your however you express yourself in that unique way. Now, how do people see you, or how does this affect people around you? I had the Hermit card come out first, and then it was clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So people do see you as introspective, as healing generally. And the Wheel of Fortune is like a card of luck and divine guidance and those sorts of things. So maybe you get this promotion and people are like, oh, wow, you're so lucky. But they don't see all of the chaos behind the scenes. It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, man behind the curtain vibe. So it's like they only see like a minuscule amount of what it actually took to get there. And that can kind of feel like a bittersweet thing when people just assume. So the next card I have for you is about your hopes and your fears. Whatever this is, you're definitely trying to build some sort of legacy because you have the Ten of Cups. This is a great card to have. It's one of the best cards in the deck next to the Sun. And you have both of those cards in this reading. So there is a happy ending here. There is a challenge, though, for sure, because everything has to kind of like be earned in this world. So it's not like you get a happy ending and your life's complete and it's over once upon a time, whatever. It doesn't work like that. It's like you still have challenges. You still have ebbs and flows. You're going to still have lessons that Spirit sends you to learn, to test you, to see if you're going to be holding strong on these boundaries here and being in this Queen of Swords energy. And it is going to require strength because strength came out in your outcome. This is Leo energy. And the Sun is also Leo energy as well a bit. And then, you just have a lot of fire right now, a lot of passion, a lot of drive. And I do feel like it's because of everything that happened. Like if you didn't have to go through all of these lessons, all of this experience with these people and the situation, you wouldn't be the same person you are today. And I think it's important to really embrace that we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all make choices, whether they're right or they're wrong. There's always a lesson to learn. I do believe everything in life is either a blessing or a lesson. And if you're wise enough, if you could really get into this Hermit energy, which is Virgo energy, you can really see both sides of that. You can see the lesson and the blessing. And then that's where you shift into this attitude of things happened for me, they didn't happen to me, and it's getting yourself out of like this victim martyrdom mode into a state where you're aligned and grateful, essentially, because gratitude and fear cannot coexist in the same place. So doing a gratitude journal might be a very important or helpful thing to do at this time. And if you don't have a journal, that's fine. Just write like 5 things to yourself that you're grateful for. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Now I'm going to dive into the Oracle cards, Taurus, and I just see what other messages Spirit has for you. Wow. And if the message I've said so far has resonated, please smash that like button. It helps my channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session, I do a lot of different modalities of life coaching, spiritual coaching, trauma healing, those sorts of things. Or if you're interested in a tarot reading, you can book that on my website as well. But you have a lot of, you have a lot of cool energy here. It's like you've been really challenged in your past, and you've had to learn a lot of lessons. like lifetimes of lessons, lifetimes of karma. And then the song Bohemian Rhapsody was the song that I was meditating to, and I do feel like it's that might be important to someone. So make sure you check out those lyrics. It's just a classic song. All right, let's dive in. First card that came flying out from my Power of Love deck was Discernment. I feel like that's the Queen of Swords energy in a nutshell too. This is, it says you're developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. So discernment is all about being able to use our wisdom, use our clarity, and differentiate what someone is saying versus what they're doing. And a lot of the times, especially for women, I'm speaking as a woman myself, we tend to go along with what a person says instead of what it is they're doing. And men are kind of opposite in that way. They tend to go along with what someone's doing instead of what someone's saying. So, you know, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. It's just kind of like the way our brains function and that sort of thing. It's just different. And culturally, that's kind of where we are at this time. Now, you have message in a bottle from the Wisdom Oracle card, number 15. So something on the 15th might be happening for you. But this is tied to this Three of Wands. It's like you were waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting for someone to message you. Maybe you're waiting for news on a job opportunity. But it is, something is coming. So it's a matter of time. And there's a phone in this bottle. I just noticed that. So some sort of text, some sort of call might be relevant. And then you have a practice card with your third eye, with your intuition. Your guides want you to set aside some time today to be intuitive, to just journal or doodle or sit with your thoughts. What intuitive direction is waving at you? And are you surprised, or is this something that you've known? Again, I think the journaling, the writing, something about just like getting it out of your head space is going to be very helpful. This next card is from my moon deck. It says Love by the Moon. I am safe to be my true authentic self. And I think, you know, that might be where strength is required here as well, because sometimes when we are true to ourselves, when we are authentic, people can take that the wrong way because we're going against the grain. We're not, you know, keeping up with the Joneses or keeping up with the Kardashians or whatever it is. And when you don't go along with the sheep, with the flock, people do look at you funny, but, you know, they're going to slaughter and you're going somewhere else. So judge away. Now the Flower of Life card came out. I'm pretty sure I pulled this card for Aries, I want to say. So we might want to check out the Aries reading, or you have something with Aries in your chart, or you're dealing with an Aries perhaps. This one says, connect to the energetic world of our soul where compassion and unconditional love reside. This is a card to me about connecting with your crown chakra, with opening your headspace, but it's also about like being able to receive intuitive messages through synchronicity, or just paying attention to your surroundings and knowing when you're in alignment or when you feel maybe a little bit off kilter. Sometimes we can do that, or we get messages through music, through numbers, through our dreams. That might be important as well. Make sure you're keeping track of your dreams. Having a dream log is kind of can be a good idea if you're trying to understand some message. And sometimes our higher selves send us subconscious messages through our dreams to help us work through whatever traumas or healing we need to work on. Now the Trickery card came out, which is tied to your heart chakra. That is all about staying open-hearted, staying open-minded, even if you've been betrayed, even if you've been deceived. But it's also about like using this discernment. So it's like you can put into place and you can really understand now what people are saying versus what they're doing, and you're not going to let yourself be fooled again, essentially. The Trickery card is not a very nice card, but I don't feel like it. I don't know if it's your energy, Taurus. It might just be whoever you were dealing with in this third party situation. You have the Archetype card called the Box. This one's a trippy card. It almost reminds me of the top view of a pyramid. Maybe there was some sort of pyramid scheme that you were involved in. That seems kind of silly, but it could be. So it's like if you were in those multi-level marketing scams, basically, is what they are. It might be like you saw through that and you kind of got yourself out of something like that, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of good products that people do sell, but they use the multi-level marketing, which is basically a fancy way of saying pyramid scheme. So I do think you're thinking outside the box now. Maybe you were stuck in a box state of mind before, but I think this is about moving out of that mindset and kind of seeing something for what it truly is. And sometimes when you call a spade, people don't like it. They just don't. But that's okay. They don't have to like it. Let them do what they're going to do, and then you do what you want to do. All right. You have the full moon in Cancer card. A personal issue reaches resolution. Some of you might be dealing with the Cancer, have a lot of Cancer in your chart, or something significant happened in Cancer season. So Cancer season was in June, so maybe that's relevant. Maybe go check out your dreams around that time and see what that looked like. And then the last card I have for you, Taurus, is from my I Ching deck. This is number 53, Gradual Progress. The woman marries, good fortune, and constancy bears fruit. Bonds develop gradually, organically, as raw emotional energies are channeled into a lasting partnership. We grow into life's possibilities and evolve in our relationships. This yields results gradually, provided you have the patience to stay loyal to the destination as the journey unfolds. So what is evolving here, and how can you be more patient? I feel like that's this strength card, that's this waiting card, that's this like discerning card, knowing, that quantity isn't good and quality is what's good for you. That's shifting. Like your mindset of that is shifting. Maybe you were afraid of lack before, but you're not in that zone. And with this slow and steady energy, it's going to change your life because you're choosing a different way, a different perspective. And when we choose the same way, we just end up going in a circle. And when we, make a different choice, that's when we get to go off. So otherwise you're going to be stuck in a cycle. And that's usually what happens to a lot of people, and they live their whole lives that way. So there's no shame in that. It's just they're not ready to do the introspective work to affect the inside will affect your outside. And you can't make anybody change. You can only change yourself. So that was a heavy message, Taurus. But hopefully it helped. Again, if it did, please smash that like button. It helps my channel grow. There's 12:12 on the clock where I am. So that might be a synchronicity for you. Check that angel number out. If you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session, please feel free to book. If you're interested in a personalized tarot reading where I tap into your energy with all of the cards like I just did, please feel free to book a session as well. And I will see you next time, Taurus.